Asian authors have been killing it this year. These are the ones I've picked up so far, and actually, I've liked them all. Sublimation by Isabel J. Kim. This is a sci fi, and I don't know if I'm going to explain this very well, but basically, in this world, when you immigrate and cross borders, you could potentially split into two different versions of yourself: the version of you that remains at the border and gets left behind, and the new version of you that travels to this new country for this new life. You can also keep in contact with this other version of yourself, and physical contact also causes the two of you to integrate and merge back together. Here you're following two different characters and their two different versions. I'm only halfway through, so I have no idea how it's going to end, but so far I'm enjoying this. New Skin by Sarah Wang. This is a lit fic with some body horror. You have a toxic, enmeshed mother daughter relationship. The daughter is trying to break free from her mother, but her mother keeps on reeling her back in. Her mum is addicted to plastic surgery. She goes to these dodgy underground places, and her face has basically become botched. This one's a little depressing, but it's about beauty standards, the struggles of being immigrants, and also intergenerational trauma. Boring Asian Female by Kang Shu. This one's a thriller about obsession. You're following a Columbia student whose dream is to go to Harvard Law School, but after she doesn't get in and her classmate does, she starts stalking her classmate out of curiosity, and this turns into obsession. This one is super unhinged. Cleo Dang Would Rather Be Dead by Mai Nguyen. This one's a women's fiction, and the premise is pretty sad. You're following a mother who is grieving after the passing of her newborn baby, and it's not the most conventional way to grieve, but she ends up getting a job at the funeral parlor where her daughter was laid to rest. You follow her on this emotional roller coaster and her journey through healing. The story was surprisingly hopeful and heartwarming. Ms. Mabel Goes Back to the Chopping Block by Jessie Q. Sutanto. This one's also a women's fiction, but definitely has more rom-com vibes. You're following a 60-year-old Chinese Indonesian trophy wife whose husband leaves her for their much younger private chef. She decides she's going to win him back, so she enrolls on a culinary course in Paris, but then somehow ends up in Cowley, England. This was charming, funny, and feel good. The Take by Kelly Yang. You have a modern day picture of Dorian Gray concept where you have a young Asian writer who enters into a contract with a much older Hollywood producer. The young girl gets $3 million for doing these blood transfusions, which will make the Hollywood producer age backwards, but she herself is going to age faster. I really loved this one. The injustices will infuriate you. Have you read any of these? Please let me know your recommendations for Asian authors.